you an overview. You're more than welcome to send me questions or interrupt with questions as I go through. I'm going to go through pretty quick. We only have 30 minutes from that perspective. So to give you an overview, we're not like, we are a big company, right? We're $17 billion, but most of that is military. For the commercial side, that's what Alex and I represent. And we do a very broad spectrum that touches a lot of the areas. And we can bundle them and put them together in our position. So we don't do a lot of things, but what we do really well. So that includes pilot training, avionics, recorders, flight data analytics, and then of course we do aftermarket services. We have products on almost every single platform flying in some capacity, and we're going into advanced air mobility as well. So we cover the breadth from the academies that we train pilots to full flight simulators, to advanced avionics, detect and avoid, aftermarket services, and then we wrap all that together with our data analytics solutions. So, oh, here we go again. Oh, too fast?
Too fast.
Way too fast. Okay. One of the things that we are trying to help is pilot shortage, right? So we do, how our approach to this is through our academies, our training devices, and our full flight simulators. So in the US and the UK, we have 2 academies. We are partnering with airlines and their regional representatives to help train those pilots through. So in the US, in our what we call a pathway program, we partner with them and they send regional representatives to the states, they select candidates, we recruit candidates to help them keep their pipeline full. That's just one program. On our training, in the UK, it's same program but different by region. For South America, Caribbean, again, that's Alex's job, but we would do it for the airline and create a program for you to help train those pilots, okay? Right now we have 10 regional pilots for our US Academy. We're about to sign another one. It's an open-end program to help mitigate the shortages. The other thing we do is we have a portfolio of training devices. So there's self-paced computer programs, we're wrapping virtual reality in it, things to help, as we saw during COVID, we saw that training was stopped, right? And we have a lot of attrition, we're forecasting with the growth of the industry. So we have a lot of tools that allow students to train anywhere. That will help, again, mitigate the shortages, keep them on track. Our full flight simulators. We just announced at Farnborough, we are partnering with Airbus to develop the new full flight sim. We have, and that's the Reality 7E. That's a development for the A320 platforms. Again, they're doing things to advance full flight simulators to reduce costs for airlines as well, right? We're one of their partners. They bought it for our training system. We have full flight sims for all platforms for Boeing and Airbus. This is just our new one that's coming out. I know. Maybe. Okay. Surveillance and recorders. So we were one of the first to develop TCAS and ADS-B in and out. Yes, there's other people doing it. We're the only one putting ADS-B in cockpit. So we have a live program with American Airlines that are testing ADS-B in through a retrofit application. We work with Airbus and we work with Boeing to provide ADS-B in line fit applications. We're the only ones offering a retrofit solution right now for the airlines. We are opening that trial period up to other airlines. With ADS-B out broadcasting, the things we're getting back from pilots are it changes the dynamics. They can make real decisions. They're seeing exactly what ATC is seeing in the cockpit, the position, the numbers, velocity, and we have applications. That's a newer program, but what's unique about this is we're building that into advanced tech and deployed technology for advanced air mobility as well. So, and of course we have change 7.1, which is mandated throughout the world. One of the new things that we're announcing this week is a multi-purpose display that is available for all platforms. It's more of a modernization where we are taking a standby and we will have a touchscreen navigation. We will have the standby will duplicate the primary flight display, new product for OEMs and available for retrofit that is under development right now. That is coming out later this week. Survivor 25. If you guys are familiar with our black boxes, this is the new one that is 25-hour. What's great about this particular box is besides we're providing more information than anyone else and more flight data, is we're meeting the mandates for integrated RIPS. We just got an STC on that in Boeing. That release is coming out this week. And it uses the same wiring to upgrade your older aircraft for new, with a new box, a new warranty, longer productivity, and again, you can use the flight data. So when operators are going with doing their flight data management or their FOQA, they now have 140 hours of data to analyze versus just the standard 2 hours that's mandated in most areas, right? So, and they can, the data is, analytics is not tied to us, even though we do data analytics. Any third party can do it, and you're pulling, the operators are pulling the data off the aircraft with an Ethernet cable. You don't need to remove boxes, less maintenance, standard best practices for maintenance. The other thing we're announcing this week, and this is more on the business jet side and helicopters, is an integrated EDF 750, EFD 750 and the LDR. These are two products in the marketplace that's meeting the ED 155 mandate for, not EASA has it mandated, but recommended in other places for flight safety data recorders on lighter aircraft. So instead of going through the wiring and the installation and certification to meet this type of safety requirement, we have two standard products, one wire tied together with a GPS, and you have met your safety standards for that particular market. So, all right, data analytics. We are partners with IATA. We have the largest database of global data from IATA. We provide a variety of services with our data analytics. One is recorder verification, upload it, and you can do the verifications easy, cheaper with our data analytics. We meet the EASA. We help do semi-automated process with the data link verifications. It's stored automatically, it collects more data. Lots of people do this, some people do it in-house. We have a service to reduce costs and save your data from that operator's data. Flight data management for, I think, every place except for the US mandates FDM. But we do flight data management, 3D graphical format. Again, operators are able to take their data and compare it to the IATA database so that if they are training pilots and they're flying into a new airport, they can pull platform data from IATA and compare it with their own platform data. They can do airports, platforms. You have a tool that allows you to dice and analyze all of this data for operations. That's more unique than some of the other companies that provide data analytics. It's set up towards operators' standard operating procedures. and multiple logins, all secure on the database. So we are monitoring 4,000 data points, safety, so you can operators can identify safety risks. The top 3 or the top highest risk safeties are analyzed, and then they're done automatically through our algorithm, and then our data scientists also verify for it. So the one thing that we also have that no one else has is we are incorporating data analytics into the training. So we are pulling data from our academies, airplanes, we're putting it on our full flight sims, and you can take the pilot's data, download it, analyze it to then provide feedback to have more consistency and better safety for your pilots. So that's one thing that's new and was recently written up. Aftermarket programs, huge cost for operators. Couple of things, we are really spent a lot of time working with our operators and a deep dive with them under our new Vice President, Adrian Paul, that joined us. He has many years of experience with Honeywell. We dug in and we're setting up new digital tools, online tools, regional reps, we're cross-training reps. The other thing that we're doing is we're able to provide customized programs for airlines. For example, we had a customer that needed to switch over their training, and so we worked with them exclusively, developed a program for them to train on another platform as the platform was updating. We are working with training centers. So around the globe, we have customers that are training centers. We're helping with not only our devices and our, from full flight sims to flat panel trainers, but we're actually helping them with their needs to build up their facility, again, to address the shortage, right? Through programs, services, and really taking a customized approach where other companies might not be able to. We formed a relationship with OEM Services for our aftermarket. They support all our avionics, and shortly they are going to support more of our training devices, which is coming out. So again, our clear focus is to help our operators save money and grow. That's what we do every single day. Everything that we develop is around them. Obviously we want to make money, who doesn't? But at the same time, it's all about making sure we're servicing all our operators with the programs, tools, and products they need. So now advanced air mobility, super fun subject, right? This week we are showing our eVTOL pilot training simulator at MBAA. Sorry, it's a Canadian conference, but it is. So I will have images and some press release out on that. This is a concept. Pilot training has not been developed yet. We're heavily involved with all the agencies and helping them define it. This is a real live model for concept that we'll be doing, so that will be announced. We already have extra light data recorders. Again, these black boxes, they have lots of data and they're fun, and we do airborne detect and avoid solutions, as I alluded to with our TCAS ADSB. We have systems on UAVs right now. Obviously, we're building them for the platforms, and we will continue that momentum in this market. We have other products, displays, and little stuff, but those are the big main ones. And the challenge with all of that, of course, is detecting objects as well as patterns and how they're defining. So that's a summary for L3Harris. I have, like I said, I have 4 releases going through the process right now that I'm going to send out this week. That is going through our corporate process, not on my timeline. That I'll go ahead and set out. But as we all know, as you guys know more, between the pilot shortage, the good growth from the recovery, airlines are coming back in this region, they're coming back. North and South America seem to be the leaders on that area. Europe a little bit further behind, Middle East, China is, Asia Pac is getting there, right? So, you know, the pilot training side and the shortage side, we saw that well before COVID. We were already preparing to help with tools, services, programs, academies. We continue that momentum through COVID. And that's why we have the programs that we have. The avionics, the same thing. We knew the market wasn't gonna stop. We just had a hiccup, so we didn't stop ourselves. And that's about it. So, do you guys have any questions? I know.